Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody. Look at that sweet.
That's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Hey, that's the sound I like to hear. Good. Is this too early?
I felt like that was early.
Did I go in early?
That was early. He's singing still.
Lou's on board.
I know, but he was in the middle of his song. Lou sings the song. Our producer Lou is the one singing.
Yeah. Thanks, Lou, for the thumbs up. He's always positive, Lou. Lou's our new producer, by the way, at the Sirius station.
Yeah, he's drumming too. Those drums are Lou. He's singing. He's working the what do you call it? The digits,
the knobs,
the twos and ones. Which one? What's the?
Oh
the
yeah.
numbers?
Then there's the
what is it?
The
Twos.
Mind your P's and Q's.
That's pints and quarts. I learned.
Is that right?
Yeah, from back in the old days in the England or the United Kingdom or Great Britain, whatever the hell they call it. They you would get up and you'd go, take a piss or whatever you did back then, and they would roofie your drink.
Oh, Cosby style.
They'd Cosby you up, and I think he's old enough to have been back there.
I can see that.
So when you get up, they'd say, mind your pints and quarts.
Like your beer.
Yeah, your pints of beer, because people have been roofing and raping.
Wow.
A lot of rape back in the UK back
Rape
then.
and pillage, I might add.
What is pillage?
I think that's when you tear open a city, like you fuck it up.
I think that might be plunder.
Oh, plunder.
Pillage, I think, is rape.
Well, you don't rape and rape.
No, the plunder is the tear open.
Wait a minute, wait. So
you rape and then you tear open.
You plunder the thighs and the undies.
I think.
But wait a minute. But they say rape and pillage. They don't rape and rape.
They never say rape and pillage. They say pillage and plunder.
No, rape and pill. Look it up, Lou.
You rape with a pill.
I guarantee you, he types in rape and in Google and pillage pops up.
No way. It's gonna say rape and fun or whatever.
Well, geez, where you been hanging? Hold on. What do you got, Lou?
If you write in pillage, it'll say plunder.
No, it's actually rape and pillage.
Oh, I told you.
Which means to rob, basically.
Oh.
Rob. There you robbed that hymen.
But can I get an affirmative on this? You certainly hear pillage, pillage, and plunder more than you hear rape and pillage.
I've heard rape and pillage way more, but I hung out in the...
What are you, crazy? Pillage and plunder, it's alliteration.
Alliteration is big, but we're talking about rape here.
I never heard rape and pillage in my life, but I grew up in the 70s.
You're not reading enough...
In Touch magazine.
Thank you. I was going to say Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, even better. I don't know, rape and pillage, but whatever. I know the Vikings did a lot of that.
Yes, the Vikes.
I went to Norway. Everyone talks about the Redskins, and we got to get rid of Redskins. But Vikings, these people were raping, pillaging, and plundering, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess you're right. But Viking isn't a negative term.
No, but we're honoring a bunch of rapists.
Yeah, but I think it's all about the title we give.
The connotation, maybe?
Yeah, like, also you can't make fun of a group that's kind of struggling.
Right.
That's what no one wants to say, but that's what it comes down to.
But Vikings are gone, so that's the ultimate struggle. They don't even exist.
Oh.
Maybe
are they
do.
gods?
I don't know. There must be some people in Norway that are raping. I guess technically they're Vikings.
There's somebody raping everywhere.
Yeah, but in Norway, but they're not Viking. Like a rape in Queens isn't a Viking. That's just a pillager.
I was going to say a Puerto Rican.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the phones are lighting up.
Oh, jeez. Well,
hey, our producer is black, just for the folks at home. That gives us a few points.
Yeah, that's got to be worth something.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Boy, how you been there, Fatty?
How have I been? I saw you yesterday.
A lot happens in our lives.
That's true. I've been great. I feel weird with the how you been. It feels...
I don't like a how you been either.
Yeah, it's weird.
I hate when people say, what's new with you? But to me, that means you talk for a while and take the pressure off me. Like, fuck you. You're the one who wants to talk. You answer some questions.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. I'm happy to be... This is episode number 2 here at Sirius.
Oh, yeah.
So it's getting... pretty serious.
I see what you did there.
Now, do you have any idea what Sirius 206 and XM 103 mean? What is the difference between... We should have asked this off stage.
Yeah, I thought about asking.
What's which? I don't know what... I thought that was the same thing. I have no idea.
One is Sirius, one's XM. I thought they were all Sirius.
But the logo says Sirius XM, all one sentence.
Yeah. What do you got, Lou?
Some of the cars had built-in XM radios before the merger.
Oh!
Yeah, different sort of channels.
Can they hear you over the airwaves?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. I didn't want there to be a dead moment.
Yeah, that would be dead air.
All right, so they can hear. Oh, I thought Sirius XM was always one thing.
So some people are listening to one, and some people are listening to the other.
Aha.
The
like
merge.
The Capulets and the Montagues.
Exactly. It's like Mullen Springs.
Rape and pillage.
But anyways, I'm great. I had a special night last night.
Ooh.
Over at the Comedy Cellar, our old haunting ground.
Oh, lay it on me, baby.
I guess our current haunting ground.
Yeah. I just like haunt. You saying haunting ground? Never heard that.
Is that not a thing?
I think it's haunt.
I think I'm reading everything wrong.
You got a hunting ground, maybe.
No, I think it's haunting ground.
I think it's haunt.
It's our ground, and it's haunting.
What are we, a haunted house?
But it's not haunting. It's charming, is what it is.
It's very quaint.
But anyways, I was over there at the Comedy Cellar. By the way, how about the new policy at the Comedy Cellar? Instead of people waiting outside, they wait inside now.
Well, they've been mixing it up, because when I was there last night, they were waiting outside.
Oh, interesting. I heard somebody complain about the noise. But anyways, this is neither here nor there. This is more off-air talk.
Yeah.
But I was there last night, and you pointed out sometimes, well, maybe I shouldn't give away the secrets.
Please.
But there was a name we didn't recognize, so we thought maybe it's a special guest, and it was one Louis C.K.
One of our heroes, folks.
Yeah, and I don't mean to get all fanboy, and I feel like we're friendly with Louis at this point.
I've emailed him.
He's aware of our podcast.
How about that?
I saw him one time. He said, "You're the one that does the podcast with Mark."
How great! He knows our names.
Unbelievable. So yeah, you don't want to get too fanboy because we're pretty successful ourselves here, but
doing okay.
Quite a thrill. I mean, that guy is such a influence. I would say. Inspiration, maybe even, but that might sound like there should be strings playing in the background. But anyways, he was there and watched him do 2 sets, and boy, he's got some new that is just killer.
One of the best.
You know how you get a little stagnant sometimes with stand-up? You need a little shot in the arm. You're just kind of like, these bits stink. I'm gay. Everyone, whatever. It's just, you get in a little bit of a rut, and then you watch a guy like that, and you everything he says, you're like, I want a new bit.
Yes.
And boy, it was quite a thrill. And he's murdering, and it's the thing where he comes on, and the crowd starts to go crazy. Which was really fun. And we got to chatting for a little bit. What were you gonna say?
I get the goosebumps when the crowd goes nuts every time.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's amazing the psychological thing that people don't believe that they're going to see this guy.
It's that special.
Because they say Louis C.K. and people just start clapping.
Yeah.
And then slowly as he emerges, the crowd, it builds.
Yes.
Same with Rock or Romano. So there's a weird ingrained thing that people are ready to be lied to or something. That they're like, no, this can't be happening.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It's funny you say that because Keith Robinson, if you know him, comic in New York, staple, if you will. One time he brought me up by going, you guys are in for a real treat. This guy's, one of the best. And I was so flattering. He goes, Jerry Seinfeld. And the place went bananas. And then he goes, I'm joking, Mark Norman. And I was like, you fucking piece. It was the hardest dig. I had to dig out of a hole there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. I did that. So let down.
I did that to DePaulo once because he was busting my balls. I was hosting at Caroline's, and he was really giving me the business in front of a bunch of people. So I was like, you guys remember the old TV show Seinfeld? Well, this guy was never on it, but he was on the Tonight Show, and we hugged it out. Anyways, but so Louis was great, and then we got to chatting afterwards. It's so exciting when you're chatting like equals.
Like equals,
Jerry.
Yeah.
And we talked about the old days in Boston. He started talking about his writing habits and routines, and
that's prime real estate, baby.
It was big time real estate. It was a haunting ground, and just so excited. And you leave there I had to call somebody. I called Sarah, my fiance, and I was just talking to Lou, and then she's in bed. She doesn't give a shit. She's like, "What? I'm trying to sleep. I'm watching Frasier, the whole thing." And it's so exciting. You try to hold on to that feeling of like, boy, we're just chatting comedy with Louis C.K., my idol.
Unbelievable. I had a similar thing, nothing to that extent, but 2 days ago I was on a hot date at the Cellar, and she's coming to meet me. She sits down. We're chatting. Ray Romano walks by. And I go, hey, new stuff. I love it, or something like that. And he goes, you think? Oh man, all right, thanks. That crowd was a little weird. I was like, what? You killed? He was like, yeah, I don't know. They were a little tough for me. And I was like, I thought you did great. They were laughing at setups. And he goes, all right, I appreciate that. And he hit me on the shoulder and walked away.
Oh, the shoulder hit.
She got to see me make a chat with Romano.
That feels good. Then you got to be like, oh, that's Ray. And we chat.
Yeah.
Old Ray.
I should have done that. I put my hand on her thigh.
Oh, that's a good move too.
Sure, we made out like animals on the sidewalk.
That's Ray Ram. Anyone call him Ray Ram?
Ray Ram, no.
Romano?
No. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a J-Lo.
Yeah, similar to that.
I hear you.
A Mark No.
Mark Nor.
But anyways, I was talking to Louis there, and That was exciting. And then I almost had a weird moment where he started telling me about an episode of the show. And I haven't watched the last season of Louis just because you don't get around to things.
Sure.
But I want him to know how much I respect and love the guy.
Yeah.
Even though I don't watch the show. So he's like telling me about this episode he shot with Matt LeBlanc. He went to school with Matt LeBlanc.
I saw a photo.
Oh, no kidding.
Of them as kids.
I didn't know that Matt LeBlanc was a Boston guy. But anyways, so he's telling me this long story about this episode he shot, and it sounded really funny. And you know how I just wanted to be like, you're supposed to say something as someone's talking, and be like, oh yeah, well, interesting, We're in radio, we know what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
And, you just did it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to do that, and I wanted him to know I watched the show or liked the show, so I came so close to being like, I remember, yeah.
Oh.
And he tells this 10-minute thing, and the whole time I'm like, should I say oh yeah, that's, what season's that?
Right.
And then he ends it with, but never made it to air. It just didn't work. And I was like, oh, thank God I wasn't like, oh, that's one of my favorites.
What a save.
Because it would have ruined I would have never been able to talk to him again.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've done that before too. I've been that guy.
Yeah, it would have been brutal.
Good save, buddy. Way to go the honest route.
Yes, good save. And it was quite we talked about these old Boston comics and stuff, and it felt like equals, just chatting. It's pretty exciting.
He's a sweet guy. I've heard, he didn't jerk off on you. He's a good dude.
No, yeah, and he sent you some nice emails. That email's a treasure.
Oh boy, it's in my secret box.
You got a secret box, do you?
I call it the secret. I just, you got your thing on the desktop that says stuff.
Uh-huh.
I call mine secret box.
Oh, fun. I wouldn't mind pillaging that secret box of yours.
Please plunder away.
Plunder it up.
But yeah, I had a similar moment I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, doing the Dead Crow Comedy Club. I put in a good word for you.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
Good, yeah.
And, cool club, cool town, college town, real laid back, cheap as fuck. I got the one Uber driver at one point. The one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a hip city.
It's hip, baby. So I'm walking around, blah, blah, blah. I'm Tindering like crazy, trying to get laid. And I go into the comedy club, and the bartender at the comedy club is kind of cute.
Yeah.
And she goes, so, you're on the Tinder, huh? And I was like trying to hit on her, and I go, nah, I gave that shit up months ago. And she goes, yeah, you swipe right on me today.
Oh,
and I was like,
wow.
You dirty whore. You got me.
It tells you that?
I didn't know her name, or I didn't put two and two together.
No, I'm saying it notifies her that you swiped the wrong way?
I swiped good, right.
Oh, you swiped good.
I chose her, yeah.
Oh, I see.
And she saw it, and she was like, oh, this is the fucking loser comedian coming in.
And, so that's not so bad then.
I guess, but she caught me in a huge, dick-face lie there.
Oh, I see. I thought, I've never used Tinder. I'm engaged. How's it going, ladies? But I thought that you swiped, unaccept. That would be more awkward.
No.
Don't you think? If she was like, yeah, you looked at me and thought I was too fat or whatever.
Right. She was a porker. But no, I really... I went the good way, but she just totally caught me. I was trying to be cool, like, Tinder. What am I, 18-year-old douche? I'm off that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so, but it was a great weekend nonetheless. I've had a crazy week, my friend.
Yeah, I saw some pictures, and I heard some rumors, and I read a couple blogs.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Kurt Metzger, who also has a show on this channel called Race Wars.
Sirius 206 XM 103.
Auga! Wow!
What are we shouting out?
So he's been, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but fuck it. He's shooting a pilot for Comedy Central called Stand Ups.
Yeah, that's out there in the ether.
Okay,
I saw it on the internet or whatever.
All right, good. So he asked me to do a table read, and I got hired to do a scene, to do a spot. I have a role on the show.
Right.
So I went and filmed all day, and I gotta tell you, I hate these shoots.
You hate the shoots?
I hate shoots. I love a shoot. I'm happy to be a part of it. When it comes out, it's so cool to be a part of it, blah, blah, blah. The cameras, the grips, the craft service. I love it.
Yeah, last week we talked about how we love a shoot.
I love a shoot, but I'll tell you what I hate.
Okay.
I get the email, hey, be here at noon. I was like, no problem. Way out in Crown Heights. I get there at 11:59. I'm ready to go. I'm showered. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. We don't do a thing till 2:30. The hurry up and wait.
Union.
I hate it. I could have slept longer. I could have jizzed. I could have done something. It's 2. I could have gone grocery shopping.
You can still jizz.
I can't jizz on set. So it's just like, I just hate the wasting of the time, and it's just Just tell me when to be here. I want to get there, knock it out, and go home. That's my whole thing.
Right.
So they're like, we'll be out of here by 7 p.m. We started shooting at 2:30. I didn't leave till 11:45 or whatever the hell.
Oh,
and they just suck. I had to cancel all these spots, and they kill you.
Right.
But it's just a cool thing to be a part of it, and I got some good laughs on set. And it's a great pilot. It's really funny. So I don't mean to bitch, but geez, these shoots. We've been doing movies and TV for years. We haven't figured it out.
Right.
I'm kvetching.
Shoots and ladders.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember doing the Captain Morgan commercial way back in the day, back in '84, I think it was. And I showed up there, and I had never been on a shoot. It was the first audition I ever went on. I got it, which is pretty wild. Actors hate that, by the way.
They do hate that.
When you're like, this is your first audition? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where'd you go to acting school? I'm like, I've never acted ever. And they're like, you're the lead? I'm like, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
I got glasses. We're big these days.
Glasses and nerds.
Yeah, nerd-looking, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a hell of an athlete. I get laid quite a bit.
I know you're not a nerd. Decent-sized dong on this cat.
Good dong, and I hate sci-fi, so I'm very un-nerd. But anyways, so I went to the shoot, but everyone there has books, and they have, like, Shoots and Ladders, the board game. They got their iPhones. And this is back in the day. I had a BlackBerry that stayed juiced for like 10 minutes. I didn't bring a charger, no book, no nothing. I thought we shot the scene. It's a 30-second commercial. I thought we were going to be there for 60 seconds.
Exactly.
And I was there for 14 hours.
What?
With no phone, just sitting there, and everybody hated me because I was a comedian who got an acting role.
Yeah.
So I just sat there, and I kept going to the bathroom saying I had to shit, and I'd masturbate, and scratch my feet.
Well, what the hell? What are they doing for 16 hours?
They're setting up, they're blocking, their makeup, background, the whole nonsense. The same as you, whatever the hell was going on there.
Brutal.
Yeah, but that's awesome that you're going to be on the show.
Yeah. So I hope they keep me in. Obviously, that cutting room floor is no joke.
Yeah, it's haunting
ground. So, I get out of there and I race. I had a spot at the UCB at like midnight, and I race over there and I fucking ate my balls. So I had this horrible long day. I'm like busting my ass, retakes. Get to the UCB. Hey, finally, I'm going to do some stand-up. And man, that room killed me.
UCB East or West?
East.
Yeah, that one's that's a dump. Not a dump, but it's not good.
Oh my God. And like, I chewed these audience members out. I was like, you're all wrong. You're all shit. You think you know comedy? You don't know nothing. These jokes all work. I went with like the A shit.
Right.
And they just get staring at me. And then I would be like, well, that joke got nothing, and that would get a laugh.
Right.
I want to kill him. I was like, if you guys were the gauge of comedy would be all bad. Because we wouldn't know what's good.
Right. That room is very tough. It's like a movie theater, and it's thin, and it's a bunch of very hip. Hip is not always good for comedy.
Yeah, and then I got this one. I was in such a bad mood, and I go, the guy had left the light on. They put a light on you when you're supposed to get off stage for those civilians at home.
Yeah.
And he left the light on, and I go, I don't know when to get off. The light's been on the whole time. And he goes, get off. From the booth.
They do that.
Yeah.
It's called a God mic in theater, so they think they're God-like.
Yeah, you're playing God.
And they're all improvisers working the whatever you call internship for free. So they yes and you.
Oh.
They think they can just it's part of a scene.
Right.
Where you're like, boy, the light is on fire. Well, and you're like, get out of here. This is a solo.
I could have used some yes anding. I felt a lot of negativity from this kid.
He no-anded you.
Yes. Yes.
I don't like that, Mark.
I ran out of there, and then I went to the cell, and that's when I met Romano. So it wasn't a bad night, all bad, but it was,
Yeah, I hear you.
How about this?
Hit me with it.
I've never told this to anyone. I got a tweet the other day, and it said, hey, it's a tweet picture, and it said, Mark Norm, is this your dick?
Uh-oh.
And it was.
What?
Yeah.
You can't put that on Twitter.
I didn't.
That's more than 160 characters. They can't put it on.
Oh, well, that's not that big.
Is it 140?
It's 40, but my dick's about 112.
All right, well, that's not bad.
Yeah, but it was my dick. No, I didn't write back.
Who put your dick on?
This random guy in Vermont.
Now, how do you know it was your dick?
I know my dick.
They could have been similar dicks.
Oh, that's mine.
Wow. Does yours have a thumbprint? Because mine's got a thumbprint. The people that have listened to the podcast in the past know I have a thumbprint dick.
Mine doesn't have a thumbprint, which is weird. It's like your dick has an alarm sensor.
Yeah, it's weird. It's dark brown with the lines and everything. I mean, it's
Come
a print.
on.
It's not a bruise. It's a print.
You can see like the what do you call those? The spirals?
The lifeline, the spirals, whatever it is. The chutes and the ladders.
I got to see this dick, by the way.
You've seen it.
I've never seen the spirals.
Well, you got to see it up close. You need a monocle or something.
I'll give you a magnifying glass or something.
Yeah. Well, so anyway.
So he's got my dick.
Are you conspiring, or what do you call
I'm
it?
Terrified.
Sherlock, what do you call that? Investigating.
I might peruse
Now,
No.
you're different than me. I would be off Twitter. I would have moved to Canada by now.
I had a moment of just like panic, like, what the fuck is this? How did he get my dick? Who is this guy? Who do I know in Vermont? Who does he know? Is my dick out there in the ether? You know, is it like the fappening where Jennifer Lawrence gets cummed on? You know, is it one of those things?
Yeah, it seems like it's ethering.
It's ether.
That's in the ether.
My dick's in the cloud. I got a cloud dick.
I think all my dicks are in the cloud.
I hope so, because it's raining dicks.
Between you and me, there's a shitload of dicks in that cloud.
That's a cumulus.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Don't dismiss your own joke. I
Better on
like
paper, maybe. But yeah, so I hope this guy doesn't hear this, because I didn't want to respond like, that's my dick, how'd you get it? Because then he'll be like, I have his dick. I have the power.
But if he tweeted, it's on the internet.
Yeah, but he had like 2 followers.
Who's taking? We got to narrow this down. I mean, we got to do some, the fugitive here. Who's has pictures of your dick?
We got to interrogate this guy. I want to tie him up and put his nuts to a car battery just to like get the truth out of him.
Yes. Who's taking a picture of your dick? Let's get some stuff.
I've sent it to chicks who've asked.
All right. Well, maybe it was a chick disguised as a man.
Maybe
That happens these days.
Yeah, but he was like, I heard you on O&A or O&J or whatever the hell, and I was like, oh yeah, here's your dick.
Boy, oh boy, this is very suspicious. Now we have different dispositions.
Yeah.
Dick positions, if you will.
Aha.
That's fun.
That's not bad.
We have different dick, but mine comes out of my belly button, and yours is more standard.
Yeah, mine's stuck in my crack.
But you're just living your life still.
I mean, what can you do?
I'd move.
What am I going to get, a PI?
I'd call a PI-ness and a cop and a fireman. I mean, this is serious business.
I'm going to call Dear Abby. I got a question for you, lady.
That's my manager.
She's old.
But, anyway, I mean, that's troubling. I don't know how I'm going to go on with the show knowing your dick is in the ether, in the clouds.
And I'll tell you, it was my bedspread. That's how
it was a home dick.
Home dick? What do you mean? Where else am I taking my dick pics? At Schwegman's?
I thought someone snapped one getting out of the shower at the Y.
I would have noticed that guy with the fucking 8mm lens at the Y.
I mean, so you took, it's a dick pic that you took.
Yeah, I took
and somebody has snatched your dick pic.
Yes.
Oh boy, this is trouble.
It's a dick pic caper.
Oh, as far as capers go, dick pic's not so bad.
Yeah, well, Sherlock Holmes never dealt with this one.
Baker Street. There's a fun nugget in the movie Zodiac. I read about when he goes to the warehouse and he sees the Zodiac. I'm moving papers around because it feels like that's what you're supposed to do on radio.
It sounds good.
Yeah,
a lot of shuffling.
Yeah, but
Jon Stewart always does this one.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think Letterman invented that. But anyways, Baker Street is playing when he has his Sherlock Holmes moment, and that's where Sherlock lives. Anyways,
I thought it was Baskerville.
Maybe that's the town.
The Hounds of Baskerville was a book.
I never read any of this Shakespeare nonsense.
Sherlock's good.
I mean, not Shakespeare, Sherlock.
Yeah, he's that was ahead of its time.
Yeah, interesting.
Good stuff. It all came back in the end. They'd see a piece of shit on the guy's shoe, and he was like, that's dog shit. There's a kennel, and, blah, blah, blah.
Right. I get it.
You get it. It's clues. Clues.
Speaking of the blues, I'm sure you saw the picture. I did this corporate gig I got to talk about.
Oh, I'm dying to hear about this. I saw the photo.
If you're not on Instagram, give us both a follow, at Mark Normand on Instagram, and at Joe List Comedy on Instagram. I love the Instagram, and there's a picture, got a lot of love.
Yeah.
But I had to do this corporate gig, and you know how these corporates go. You've done a few, and
sure.
You've shared a few stories. By the way, if you're listening on Sirius XM, check out our podcast. There's oodles and oodles of this show out there.
Gold.
On what's it called again? The internet? iTunes.
iTunes.
Or SoundCloud.
Yes.
But anyway, so you've done your handful of corporates, and you and I, we're not corporate guys.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? You're looking for, Tom Cotter or Tom Pop, some kind of Tom.
Yes.
We're not there yet.
Right.
So anyways, so we do the gig, and I bring along Greg Stone, who's a friend of the show and a wonderful comedian. And so I go because he's got a car. I'm like, you do 15, you drive down there, I'll give you such and such money. It's decent money. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And we get down there, and it's in southern Jersey, like Cherry Hills. It's like a very rich area. And it's for Nesco.
Nesco?
I thought it was Nestle.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm just thinking about the candy bars we're going to get.
Yeah, just a river of chocolate milk.
Hershey syrup and Hershey squirts and the whole business.
Sure.
So I'm all excited about Nestle. We get there, it's Nesco. and it's a bunch of like middle-aged white men playing football and foosball and darts out in the yard. It looks like an episode of The Office.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a field day, and there's like 3 women and all guys, and they're whipping the ball around, and we do the thing where we sit in the car. I'm like. And then Stone, like, pulls up into the parking lot they're playing, and I'm like, get out of here! I'm like, ducking, I lower the seat. I'm like, I don't want to be seen until the last possible minute.
Of course, that's something not everybody knows is comics, we don't want to be around people.
No, not before the show.
No.
Or after the show.
Or between and after and before.
Yeah, we want to be plundering.
Yes.
So we go and hide in the car. We got leaves on the hood so no one can see us. Finally, we go over there. It's just a tent in the parking lot. I go there. I started asking about the business, trying to get some of the ins and the outs. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, you never heard of Nesco? And I'm like, why would I have heard of Nesco? He's like, we're engineers. We're yada yadas. We got networks there. We got shows over there, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, we're $1 billion company. I'm like,
oh, wow.
Well, maybe you could have left that out.
Yeah, how's the pay?
I'm getting $800 here.
Oh,
a little more than that. I mean, I'm not going to divulge how much.
Yeah.
Decent gig, but $1 billion company?
Right,
You're
right.
telling me you make $1 billion yearly?
Yes.
Can I give me 10 grand?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Pocket change.
So anyways, he tells me they make $1 billion a year. It's in a tent. I know it's going to stink. And they sit down. They're all like folding chairs. They got their arms folded. They're just staring at you. And this is not what comedy's supposed to be.
No.
I'm getting heckled by buses. There's like buses idling. They can't hear because there's like cars. We're next to the highway, for God's sake. So I got a shirt, like a really nice shirt, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm going to wear that. It's a little wrinkly. I'm self-conscious, so I wear a jacket over it, but it's this black jacket you see here. And I don't know this about clothes. I'm not a clothes guy. It's rain repellent. So there's like a thick latexy. It's very warm.
It doesn't breathe.
Does not breathe.
Yes.
And then the tent is plastic.
Yes.
There's no holes or anything.
That doesn't breathe either.
No breathing whatsoever.
You got an Eric Garner here.
Yes. So I go up there, and Stone does well for 13 minutes. His last joke just bombs. But he's like, you know, he's out of time.
Yeah.
So he brings me up on a bomb. I go up and I'm like, keep it going for Greg Stone. I just try to riff on the room, you know. I'm like, oh, these balloons, boy, the tent,
Sure.
whatever. Bombing. It's bombing, and I'm wearing a raincoat, and I'm in a plastic tent, and I just feel the Niagara Fall. All the sweat beads just seep out at once. And just go,
I know the feeling.
and it feels like I've just been ice bucket challenged.
Yes.
Just like I just won the Super Bowl and I've been Gatorated.
Yeah.
I'm soaking wet. I'm sweating profusely. And I can't take the jacket off because I'm not even a sweater. I can't take the jacket off because it's covered in sweat. At one point, I move my arm and I look and it's a blue shirt. It's just dark blue. I look like a crazy fat girl in home ec who would sweat when the cupcakes came out or whatever.
I know that chick. Rhonda.
Yes.
Hit me up.
Help me.
Yeah.
So I'm just sweating. I got to do like 50 minutes. And that thing, you know, where you're just waiting, your buddy's going to give you the light. You're just waiting. And every time Greg moves, I'm like, there it is. Here it comes. And then he just starts picking his nose. Or he's playing. I'm like, come on, somebody. And eventually I got him. But I'm like, I'll do my McDonald's. That just eats it.
Wow.
Every riff just bombs.
And Stone killed.
He killed, and then it kind of dipped. Like, it was like, oh, this is going to be good. And then it dipped. And I was like, uh-oh, maybe I don't know which one's which, but it was the bomb. Eventually I did about 20 minutes where I was killing.
Oh, okay.
I got into the sex stuff, which these corporates, they're always afraid you're going to go in and be like, I fucked her in the ass and came in her eyes and I ripped her hair out and stuck that in my own ass.
Right.
But so they ask you, like, be clean, PG-13, yada, yada, but really, both of our acts suffice.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But they have to say clean, so now I'm nervous. And so I started doing the sex stuff. It's just murdering. I could have just murdered the whole time, but I was taking bits out because I don't know what I can say.
Yeah.
Anyways, I finally finished, and they were really sweet. The best part of the whole thing, though, before, she's like, we're going to do a balloon toss. We thought we'd do the show after the balloon toss because we thought you might want to watch the balloon toss.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Good Lord.
How fun? Can you imagine the mentality? I mean, she was super sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
She also said this. She goes, oh, I watched you on Last Comic Standing. You're much more attractive in real life.
Ooh.
Which is kind of backhanded.
Yeah.
But certainly, it was kind of sexy.
Was she hot?
She was pretty. She was kind of older.
All right, I'm into that.
I hope they don't listen to this show.
I'd like to toss her my balloon.
Hey. Not sure what that means.
Yeah, me either.
But anyway, she probably late 40s, early 50s, but she was pretty. But she was like, you're very attractive, which I've never had any woman say that ever once in my life.
I've never heard it. I've been around you quite a bit.
I'm engaged and I've never heard it.
Yeah.
But But anyway, so she said that. But can you imagine the mentality of thinking two young chaps want to watch you play balloon toss?
Yeah. What is a balloon toss?
I guess you toss balloons. There's water in the balloon.
Oh, the water balloon.
And I think you're supposed to catch it, and every time you catch it, you move back a distance.
And it pops.
And then everyone gets wet.
Yes.
The winners don't get wet.
I see.
And then I'm sure the losers throw a thing or whatever. But I'm like, what are you insane? You think I want to watch you toss balloons?
Oh, that's crazy.
So we do the show, and it looks like somebody tossed a balloon at my back. I took my jacket off, soaked. I mean, you got to see this picture if you haven't already.
It's hilarious.
At Joe List Comedy. I just soaked, and I had to drive home leaning forward so I didn't get like sweat and shit all over his seat.
Yeah.
So I had the windows open with my arms out the window trying to dry off, but it was real work.
What do you think the bombing is? Because, they're sitting, 2 inches away from me in folding chairs.
Yes.
They must know you're trying to be funny. It almost seems vindictive.
It's very bizarre. I think sometimes...
I'm not saying fake a laugh, but give it like a ha-ha. We get it. We see what you're trying to do. I don't know.
Yeah, it was very starey.
Yes.
And it was tough sledding.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe the jokes just weren't good, because I was like, oh, a tent, boy, I'm one step closer to the circus.
Uh-huh.
And they just kind of were like, what, fuck you, no you're not, whatever. And then I'd be like, boy, I did like the hack stuff. I'm like, boy, it's always been a dream of mine to perform in a parking lot.
Right.
And that gets nothing. And you're like, that's like the hackiest line there is.
Yeah, hack works.
Hack is good for a reason.
Sure.
It's hack for a rereason.
Yeah.
But nothing. They were impervious to my charm.
Maybe they were like, who's this guy with the insulting our tent?
I think maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be sensitive. It's a tent.
Right. Yeah.
But boy, I haven't sweat like that since, the trial.
Well, that was intense.
Yeah, I think I might have done that joke.
Uh-huh.
And it got that same reaction.
You kind of have to.
I guess
make
so.
that joke. Well, I had a weird one the other night. So I met this gal, me and you, this wasn't on the last week. We did a Sam Morrill's CD release show.
Oh, no, I want to talk about that.
Great show. It was all the boys back in town, and Beth Stelling was on. It was Joe Mackey, Phil Hanley, Beth.
I love Beth Stelling.
Yeah, who doesn't? What a catch.
Charming gal and hilarious.
Yeah.
Great jokes.
A real peach.
Yeah.
And, so we all do the show. It's great. It's sold out. Village Underground. Dave Attell closed it out. It was just a magical night. We had an after party after. So I bring a gal. I bring a nice Jew-faced blonde to the party.
She was exactly that, a JFB.
Yes, my favorite. And so we go to the party. We're chatting it up. And this gal keeps interrupting. Mm-hmm. This blonde chick. And she goes, we met on J-Date. It's so weird you're here. I feel like it was fate, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah.
This is a different J.
Different J.
Okay.
This is a JFB as well, though.
Uh-huh.
Coincidentally. And so we're like, oh, great, yeah, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I just want to know you were so funny. I think you still have my number. And I'm like, oh, shit, she's saying all this in front of the other JFB.
I think you still have my number.
Yeah.
She said like you borrowed it.
Well,
like
we haven't talked in 6 months.
Like you have my purse or something.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see. She's saying you still have my number. Why aren't you calling me?
Yeah.
I see.
So I was like, oh, yeah, I probably do. Same phone. Yeah, I'm just trying to get her out. It's like a fire. I'm trying to put it out.
Of course.
And she eventually leaves, and then she keeps texting me all night. And eventually, the next 2 days go by, she's still texting me, and I go, well, look, I'm in bed. And she goes, well, where do you live? If she hears this, I'm fucked. But she goes,
pretend it's a different. You didn't say a name.
I didn't say a name.
There's a lot of Jew-faced broads out there, or blondes.
Jew-faced blondes. Well, this was a Jew-faced brunette, we'll say. So that's JFB as well.
Oh, okay. Maybe making her black. No, black doesn't work
black
either.
Jew. She was a Sammy Davis.
Oh, maybe a red.
A redhead.
What do they call a red? A crimson? A
fire crotch.
No. No. What do they call it?
Crimson.
They call. They call it a something. A ginger.
Ginger!
A ginger ale.
I love sushi.
A ginger snap.
Yes. Oh, she had one of those. So I go, she keeps texting me. Keeps texting me, so I'm like, oh, gee, it's like, 2 a.m. on a Friday. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm like, look, I'm in bed. It's a Thursday night. I'm like, I'm in bed. I'm in my pajamas. Thinking like, you say pajamas, people usually go, all right, fuck it, it's over.
Right.
Pajamas is a stopper. So I go, look, I'm in my PJs. I'm wearing panties. I got curlers in. It's not gonna happen. And she goes, well, where do you live? I go, look, I live on Bleecker, but I got my diaphragm in. I'm wearing a dental dam. It's over. And she goes, well, what if we did a lobby makeout? We made out in your lobby.
A lobby?
And I go,
a lobby?
Well, first of all, I appreciate you think I have a lobby. I got a cellar, I got a layer with stairs in it. I got an alcove. So I was like, this is crazy. Fuck it, all right. So I give her my address, which is one perk of being a dude. You can just throw all your info out. What's this girl going to do? Rape me?
Well, you think that, but then your dick shows up on Twitter all of a sudden.
You got a point. I've been plundered.
Yeah,
Fuck.
your dick's got a point.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird looking.
Doesn't have a print, though. So
I like a print. Lets me know what's what.
I need to see that print. By the way, if you ever get caught with the cops and your hands get chopped off, you can just put your dick right in that ink and place it right on the page.
I want someone to dust my dick. Feels like it'd be fun. Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. So she comes to the lobby. We're making out like animals in the lobby. Just she's got the booze taste, I'm like, oh, she's been out.
Now, did you change? Or are you still in the PJs and the sleepy hat?
I put pajamas on.
The eye patch and everything.
Yeah, I had a little candle and a droopy hat. And I go down the stairs. There's no power in my building. And we're making out in the lobby, quote unquote. And I go, what do you say we go up and cuddle? And she goes, I thought you'd never ask. Now we're fucking in my room.
Now, why didn't you want this originally? Just because too many texts or what? I see.
Yeah, she's a
girth,
full-figured gal.
I see. Okay.
She's an FFG.
I see.
But I don't discriminate. I'll take whatever you got, and
eventually, if you're persistent, what you're letting the girls know right now is that not that the girls are listening to our show, but
no,
if you're persistent enough, you can get Mark Norm in bed.
That's true. I like a little chase. Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going at it, and we tidied up, and she went home. That was it.
Wow.
So it's like a nice little roll in the hay.
Yeah. Well, you get a lot of girls to go home.
Yeah.
What do? You start being mean, or you call them fat, or what?
I try not to do that. I just throw the N-word around a lot. I scare them. I don't know. I get a pitchfork and I go, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
No, I don't know what I do, but there's a vibe.
Yeah.
They can feel it.
I hear you.
I always throw out I'm a bad snorer, stuff like that.
Yeah, snore, farts.
Yeah. I start pulling out my Nazi memorabilia. I don't know, but they can pick it up. So that was right before I left for Wilmington.
Oh, right.
And boy, I had the worst. I want to apologize on air. To Opie and Jim, because I was supposed to come in on Friday at 7 a.m. and I fucking overslept. My flight was at 9:30 a.m. So Roland was nice enough to get me a car out of here to the airport, and I just totally overslept. Woke up, it was like 8:40. I had to just go right to the airport, jump in a cab, hit traffic like crazy. You ever had this one? I get to the airport, LaGuardia, rush hour. It was hell getting there. I'm like counting the minutes. I'm like, shit. I get to LaGuardia. It's an American Airlines flight. They go, I'm using the kiosk thing, like the buttons. I'm like, it's saying not found, flight not found, flight not. I was like, what the fuck? So I go up to the lady. I'm like, hey, it's flight not found. I gotta get to security. I'm super late. I have like a half hour now.
Right.
And she's like, oh, it's at U.S. Airways. You got to take that shuttle. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like getting into that zone where you start being like, look, it's not going to happen. My life's over. I'm sorry.
Right.
Tell my kids I love them.
Right.
And she was like, look, calm down, sir. Just get that shuttle. It's right outside. So I go, all right. I pick up my bag and I run. The shuttle drives away.
Oh.
I'm chasing the shuttle with the bag.
God, you're like the McCulkins.
It was like a John Hughes movie.
Yes. The McAllisters.
Thank you. The McCulkins are the real ones.
Yeah.
Well,
they got some problems.
He turned out kooky, huh?
Yeah. I think he's back now, though. He's okay again, I think.
Oh, all right.
I think. He's got a brother that's somebody.
I think. They all had weird Macaulay and McCooley and McCocky. They all had weird names.
I think only one of those is accurate.
Macaulay,
McCocky.
McAllister.
He's a good kid.
McDonald. I don't know. So I'm chasing the thing, and they're like, "Don't worry, you weirdo." Like, there's another one coming right around. I'm telling the lady, like, "I'm not gonna miss it. It's the only flight to Wilmington. No one goes there." I'm freaking. I'm like this close to tears, You're
chasing the shuttle. That means you're out there with the guys with the orange flashlights and cones.
I'm not on the runway.
That's where the shuttle is.
I'm in the tarmac. What's a tarmac?
I have no idea. My whole life I've never known what a tarmac is, and I'm not starting now. I'm going to die.
Don't tell us what a tarmac is, Lou.
Don't Google it.
Don't even come close.
Tarmac. I don't even know what it could be.
Sounds like a decent mac and cheese. No, actually, a bad one.
Yeah, one that makes you, shit a cinder block.
Well, so I'm chasing it down. It's where the cabs pull up, that area. Like right outside.
Yeah. Oh, man, I had an incident with that guy the other day.
The same guy.
Can I tell you a quick one?
Please.
Real quick, I'll digress. I had one of those shuttle guys. I don't even think I told you this. And the same thing. I had to move from one terminal to the other, and the guy's shuttling me, and it's just me and one bus driver.
Uh-huh.
And I got to be honest. No offense, Lou, but us whiteys, we never pull the race card.
Sure.
Or, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or be like, you're being racist. I feel like I don't. I never have, but I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
This guy was racist.
The driver.
He was a black shuttle bus driver, and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for Terminal C," and he's like mad at me for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And this is his job. He just drives the shuttle around. So we come, and I'm like, is this Terminal C? He's like, no. And I was like, all right, we go to another one. I'm like, is this Terminal C? He's like, no. And then, all of a sudden, 15 minutes passes. All of a sudden, we're back to where I got picked up. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm literally the only one on the bus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. This is where I got picked up.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, you missed it.
Whoa.
And I was like, what do you mean I missed it? You couldn't tell me? And he's like, not my job.
Whoa.
That's what he said to me.
Friendly guy.
I didn't even say anything to this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going out there. This guy was racist.
All right, I can see it.
I think he resented me because I was white and had glasses or something. Maybe kind of some kind of nerd.
They don't like the glasses.
But I've never accused anyone of being racist towards me in my life. But
Really?
I'm starting right now.
Oh, I've accused many people.
Well, this is my first. I'm a virgin.
Well, we got it on air, folks.
But what else could it be? I was very pleasant. I said hello. Where's Terminal C? The guy, he fucked me.
Yeah.
So I had to do double loop around the airport.
Did you give him the business?
I didn't give him the business. I was like, what? I don't think it would have been hard to say that. And he was like, it's not my job. And I was like, and I said, noted.
Noted.
So then I had to peer out the window. I didn't want to miss it again. I got a flight, so I had to peer and But here's the thing: in the terminal, that's where the employees go. So it's not labeled. It's not like a big welcome douches.
Yeah,
this is Delta. You're in the underground lair, if you will, similar to your house.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, I hated that guy.
I hate him too.
So anyway, okay. So you're chasing the shuttle. Now I know where you are. You're in the subdued area.
I'm in the douche area.
Yeah.
So I get on the bus. Find another bus comes around. I jump on it. I get on first, even though we're still not going to move for a minute. I'm pushing everybody out of the way, and I stand by the door because I'm like, Finally, we get to United. I jump out. I get the thing, and it was that thing where you just run onto the plane.
Oh boy, that's fun though.
It was kind of fun, but
once
it's
you make it, it's
once
exciting.
you make it, yeah. And then I had the open seat, so everything was all right.
Oh, nice.
Love an open seat.
Yeah, the open seat is nice because when you come on late, that's when people hate you. Because they've been thinking they have an open seat.
Yes.
And then on comes Sweaty Mark.
Aha, that's what they call me.
But I think we're good sit next to mates on the plane. I feel like we're thin. We keep our elbows in.
I'm the most helpful middle seat. If you're in the middle seat with me, I'll give you the whole armrest. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I've rubbed a foot before.
There you go.
It was my wife's, but whatever.
So I had this one. I had a layover. So I fly to Philly. I get on another plane to fly to North Carolina. I'm at the Philly airport. I see this guy. He's clearly retarded, Down syndrome cat, walking around, bumping into shit. He's weird. I'm like, oh, this guy's a little kooky. He's off. And we get on the plane. Guess who's sitting next to me?
Let me guess. I want to take a real guess.
Take a stab.
Bill Wyman.
No, Sling Blade himself. This retarded kid.
Oh, I think I meant Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
But this guy was actually retarded.
Oh, no kidding.
So
on an airplane.
Yeah.
Boy, times have changed.
Well,
they used to be vans when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know, or a short bus of some kind. But this guy's sitting next to me, and he had the window, so I had to get up and let him in. And I got the headphones in. I'm a big sleeper guy. I'm a big don't talk to me guy on a plane. And he goes, you been to Philly before? I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I love Philly. He's like, yeah, I grew up in the suburbs. I was like, oh, yeah. He goes, what'd you say? I go, oh, yeah. He goes, you say fuck the suburbs? I was like, no. So now he's getting antagonistic with me. And then I realized this guy's not retarded. He's fucked up.
Oh,
he's shithouse.
Oh, wow.
And so we start talking, and he's just so incoherent and mumbling, and he falls asleep in between sentences, and he's drooling on himself.
God.
It was wild. I had to help him with his seatbelt, and it was bad news. And I'm like, what is going on? And I go, where are you going? And he goes, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Wilmington to do a show. And he goes, oh, yeah. I go, what are you going for? He goes, rehab.
Uh-oh.
So he was getting shit-faced. It was pills. He was all pilled up.
Oh, wow.
On his way to rehab, like his last hurrah.
Nobody's escorting him?
No, he handled it. He was just bumping into shit. He was drooling. He looked like a weirdo. But
must be court-ordered.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he was a mess.
Gee whiz.
So now we made friends. He's moving in with me.
No kidding.
No.
Good for you. You're like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, but geez Louise, the drooling was crazy. Yeah, he was a sweet kid. He was kind of like a tough guy, fuck up.
Yeah. Those pill people are always tough guys, I feel like, because they've seen some shit. They've had to fight for the pills, I think, or something.
And I think he's from Philly. He's from the city.
Yeah.
So I think he's got some real, but he was 15 or something.
Oh, my God. A 15-year-old half-retard pill guy.
Yeah, he had basketball shorts and, a white T-shirt and a big book bag. That was it.
I know the look, yeah.
I think it was one of those things where it was you're going to rehab today!
Right.
And then his dad, threw him in a van kind of thing.
And a plane.
Apparently.
Wow. I had a similar thing, but with a I don't want to be insensitive, but a retarded fella.
Sure.
And this guy was the real deal. He wasn't a pill guy. This is when I was in Winnipeg last week or 2 weeks ago, and I went to a McDonald's. Sometimes you just want McDonald's, you know?
Oh, especially on the road.
Yes.
You need that little treat.
Especially if I have any reason for it, because I don't drink anymore. So McDonald's is like I'm getting McDonald's. Fuck it. So I went there, and I sit down. It's right next to a high school, like a Winnipeg high school, which I think is K through 12.
High school's the worst, by the way.
Yeah, so it's basically like I'm in a fucking high school cafeteria, because it's all the high school kids just go to McDonald's. It's across the street.
Right.
So I'm sitting in there, and I'm eating, and I got the seat to myself, and I'm kind of, staring at high school girls in a acceptable way. Yeah, right when I'm sitting there's one table next to me, and I realize I'm sitting in like the handicapped thing. It was like a little handicapped guy on the table with like a slot to slide a chair in.
Yeah.
Right when I go to take my first bite, this volunteer guy wheels in like a big, fat, crazy wheelchair, like the souped-up wheelchair. Like he's never been outside of this wheelchair.
He's got NOS.
And I feel bad for him. I don't want to be insensitive here, but he's like one of these like, and like spinning, like Stephen Hawking, but fat and sweaty.
Not smart.
And gross, and he sits directly across from me.
Oh,
and now
boy.
I don't want to be the guy that just gets up, grabs my tray, and leaves.
Yeah.
So I've just got to fight it out. And this guy's just slobbering and he's trying to eat a Big Mac and a McFlurry. And he's got like all kinds of tubes and whistles, and it's really off-putting. Skin tags, the whole nine.
Oh, what is a skin tag?
It's a tag. It's like a little nugget. It looks like a booger.
Whoa, that's what a skin tag
Yeah,
is.
you've seen them.
I
People have them
have.
on their eyelids and shit.
Yeah, old people have a lot of them.
Yeah, they get tagged a lot.
It'd be fun to go, hey, your tag's coming out. Just tuck that in.
It'd be fun to Facebook tag.
There you go. Hashtag.
I used to have one on my groin area next to my thumbprint.
And you ripped it off?
No, eventually it fell off. I used to try to squeeze and rip, and it would never come off. It's tagged in there. I mean, it's really stapled in.
Oh, boy.
But eventually it just fell off because I went to play with it one day and it was gone. It was like a tooth.
You went to play with it.
I put it under my pillow and got a couple bucks.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
But it was horrible. I'm trying to muscle down McDonald's with a big fucking sweaty Stephen Hawking guy.
I think you did the right thing. You can't walk away from that.
No, and I feel bad. I wanted to, I'd like to help the guy. And the volunteer guy, boy, what a angel this
They're
guy
angels.
is. And he was black, by the way.
Aha!
The black volunteer.
See, now you're even now with the black.
Well, I didn't say anything bad. I accused the guy of being racist.
I'm just saying.
Fuck that guy.
We had one bad black, then you had one amazing black, so now we're back to zero.
Tremendous black, bad black. It's even, yeah.
Even. Neutral black.
Back to zero. That sounds insensitive, though.
Back to zero. Well, no, back
it should be
to
back
normal.
to 100.
Oh, boy.
Back to a million.
Black Lives Matter.
Million Man March.
Yeah.
What time do we have to stop? I have no idea.
I can't breathe.
5 minutes?
Oh, we're good. All
shit.
right.
All right. Well, I got to throw a plug up before I run out of time, real quick. November 4th and 5th, I'm headlining Caroline's. It's a big deal to me.
That's a big one, folks.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, November 4th and 5th. And if you're listening live, this Saturday night, 12:30 on Comedy Central is my half hour.
All right. And, that's huge, too. Boy, you got a lot of good things cooking.
Big things coming, November 4th and 5th, Caroline's. Throw a plug out so we don't run out of time. It looks like you got one more nugget over there.
I got a couple nugs. Let me just say I got a few skin tags as well. Let me just say this. So this Wednesday, 2 days, we're at the Community House in Rockaway, New York City. So come out to that. We need some 8 o'clock. We need to fill those seats.
Only if you're listening live.
Yes.
Because this podcast is going to come out after the show's
over. I believe it's the 21st of October.
Yeah.
And, I'm in the city for a while. I'm at McGoobies in December. I'm at the Black Booth in Orlando in November. So check that out. That'll be fun. Then I'm opening for Schumer at FSU.
Wow.
So
Seminoles.
Big. Yes. That'll be big.
They're one of those insensitive nickname teams.
That's right.
Yeah, they started it all.
Is that a Native American thing?
Seminole, yeah. They started the tomahawk chop way back in the day. Whoa.
The Braves have that.
The Braves picked it up from the Florida State, yeah.
The Braves doesn't seem insensitive. That's a nice name.
They're brave.
Yeah, Braves.
Yeah, that's not bad. And Cleveland Indians, but their problem is the Chief Wahoo is very cartoony. He's got a thing and the teeth. And...
It's a good-looking mascot, though. It's a good-looking hat, that Wahoo.
That's what they should do is just get sexy mascots. Get like a Brad Pitt pretending to be, paint them red or whatever.
They don't like that. They don't like the painting.
You can't paint, I forgot.
Can't paint on skin color.
No, you can't.
All right. Couple things.
Yeah, put a bow on this thing.
I'm putting a bow. So I'm at the Dead Crow Comedy Club. I'm having a great time. Great club. You get sloppy. You're allowed 2 drinks because some idiot fucked it up for the rest of us.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the whole who's sober here? Can I have your drink? So they're all giving me their drinks, So I'm getting pretty swashbuckled. And I'm bombing hard on Friday night. Bombing hard.
It's a tough room.
It's a tough room.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No one wants to admit it. It's a tough room.
You get a lot of kind of, no offense, but rednecky types there.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but all my smarter quote-unquote jokes were getting zilch. Anything with, like, feelings in it.
Yeah.
They hate, but if it was, like, pussy and jizz and cunt, they were high-fiving me.
No, I did a couple progressive side notes, and they were like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
They got guns on them.
Right. So I'm kind of bombing. I'm doing some religious material, and they're hating it. And a roach crawls on stage behind me.
Oh, wow.
And they're all going, oh, my God, look at that. Holy shit. So they're just pointing at me.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, what is this? What the fuck? And I was like, are they going to kill me? The religious material? They hate me?
Oh, jeez.
They're going to string me up.
Yeah, Carolina's a scary place to have people pointing at you.
Exactly.
No offense. It's a beautiful state.
Guy with a mustache and one tooth, I'm like, what the fuck? What? You don't like the bit? Is this a heckle? I don't know what it is. And I turn around, and it's a giant roach, and I take my shoe off, and I just smash it against the wall, and it killed. No pun intended.
You took your shoe off?
Yeah.
You put your boots on the table?
I took my shoe off on stage and smashed that son of a bitch against the brick.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like brought my setback. I killed after that.
Wow, that is amazing. I mean, that is unprecedented.
Yeah.
What kind of sock situation?
I'm wearing them still, actually.
Oh, that's a nice sock.
I rewear socks.
I just picture your toe sticking out, and then there's like a patch on the heel.
Well, I'll tell you, I flew that day, so I knew not to have fucked up socks.
Ah, that's smart.
So we got to wrap this up, but these four girls, these girls are smoking hot. They're at the show. They go, "We're gonna kidnap you." That whole line.
Oh, that's fun.
Which a guy can never say.
No.
By the way,
not unless he's kidnapping her.
I guess so, yeah. And so I go to the club with them. They're very girly and annoying, and I make out with one of them. She goes, "We got to do coke." We go way out. We drive an hour out. All of them. I watch them all do coke. They all fight each other, and I took an Uber home, and that was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to extend that one next week. There's more to that charade.
Well, I had a guaranteed bang with a chick, but I passed it up for the adventure. And now I wish I had gone with the guarantee.
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, there are no guarantees in life, as they say.
No, rape and plunder.
Pillage and plunder.
I can't believe you've never heard rape and plunder.
Maybe I have. I don't know. I can't remember.
It's around.
All right. We got to go, folks. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you all in hell.
This has been Tuesdays with Stories with Mark Normand and Joe List. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and hear the show on demand with the SiriusXM app.